to him, it's like, oh, gay guys kissing, that's gay, and that's weird. And again, it's because you don't usually see that, or you've got some internalized homophobia that you haven't really explored, things like that. But that's the difference, you know? If Disney was suggesting, hey, we're going to make a cartoon where we're going to have two gay characters and they're going to have hardcore intercourse in the cartoon, well, then I would be on the exact same side of the argument as you. I would be like, I don't think that's appropriate for a children's cartoon aimed at children to show that. If it's that there's going to be a gay character, but that's it, that they may fall in love with, like, say, another man at some point in the story, okay. Like, what, you understand there's a difference between sex and sexuality. Hey, y'all know Isaac Butterfield, probably as the Australian guy who says me dick stinks and sells a product line based on that, and also really doesn't like fat people, specifically fat women who he likes to fat shame and ask them to not be fat anymore. That dude just apparently has some thoughts on Disneyland and everything about it.
Gentlemen, the Buttsman here. I tell you what, if I'm going to do a video about Disney, where better to do it than fucking Disneyland? Yeah, not bad, but also I can't really do the video any justice here because you know how I speak, and the things I'm going to talk about in this video are pretty fucked up. So
too edgy, eh? Oh man, that's a good way to start a segment. Just be like, oh yo, you're not prepared for the things I'm about to say, all right? I got to get away from all the kids here.
Instead, here's a photo of Lizzo getting onto a private jet. That right there is the explanation for the fuel shortage, right? It's got nothing to do with Putin. That is the reason for the fuel.
That's ridiculous. I had to throw a fat shaming joke at the very opening of this. Bravo. Bravo.
I'm going to go back to the hotel now, and I'm going to give you a bit of an insight to why this story, this video...
That's what was just too edgy, eh? Too edgy for Disney.
...is a big fucking issue.
I was going to do that whole video in Disneyland. I thought that would be really, really funny, and well, you know, let's get Disney... But then I felt really fucking weird, because I'm going to talk about some pretty fucked up topics, including pedophilia. And I think that would be a good topic to be running around Disneyland talking about, particularly with an Australian with a loud voice and an obnoxious beard. Anyway, this video is about Disney's amazing wokeness, which I reckon they are so woke that it would piss off the #1 Disney bloke. And that is none other than Walt himself. I reckon that Mickey Mouse drawing fucker, Walt Disney, would hate the progressive direction that Disney is going in because, well, Walt liked to hang around with Nazis.
Ryan, we could spend the rest of our lives here. It's perfect.
Sounds good to me. Doesn't seem to be a thing wrong with this place.
Hello, everybody.
Oh yeah, I forgot. This is a Disney universe.
He also referred to Snow White dwarves as, well, an N-word pile. On top of that, he didn't trust women or cats. But then again, who does? Disney has gone so woke that the corporate president has come out and announced that she wants a minimum of 50% of the characters in Disney films and
I don't get, like, okay, yeah, most likely everyone from that era would find everything that is happening now to be dramatically different than what the world was like back in the day. Okay.
shows and wherever to be LGBTQ.
What's the woke counter up to? I don't know. I should really start one in the corner, eh? Because there's probably going to be about, I'd say, easily 50. We've got to be at least 10 at this point.
Wow. Or racial minorities, 50%. Now, I understand that your race being shown to you as a child in TV and cartoons and stuff, I guess that's important. Representation.
Hey, it's weird. Even the chuds nowadays, like, this really shows you how much the Overton window has shifted since the time of Disney. But, like, even the chuds have to acknowledge certain facets of systemic racism from time to time. Otherwise, it would just be, like, ridiculous.
Is important, but when it comes to your sexual preference, why is that important to show to children? Why is it important if a character is a lesbian?
Because Disney's been doing that all of the history of Disney. Yeah. Have you seen Disney movies? Have you seen all the Disney romances, the love stories? Aladdin and Jasmine making out, Sleeping Beauty getting kissed, That's what they've always shown you. Heterosexual couples being heterosexual. That's what all of society shows you. That's what we all grow up with, and it's never questioned because it's so ingrained and indoctrinated in us. But that's just already been a thing. That's not something new.
Being a gay person, a bi person, a trans person, an asexual, why does that fucking matter? But I understand why Disney's corporate president says this. This is her talking about her own children.
I'm here as a mother of two queer children, actually, one transgender child and one pansexual child.
So she's got a trans child and a pansexual child. I don't know how old these children are.
This is Disney. This is what we all grew up with. This is what taught me what love is supposed to be as a child, because I grew up watching this, and this is totally normal. This is fine. No one cares about this. No one looks at this and goes, whoa, why are they pushing sexuality on kids? What the hell? Because this is what we call heteronormative behavior, and it's very indoctrinated into society. You don't even think about it. You don't see this and think, well, that's kind of weird. Why would they show people making out? Children shouldn't see this kind of stuff. My God, what is happening? I'm being forced to become straight against my will.
But I assume they have to be at least over the age of 12. I fucking hope. Otherwise, this lady is, not a great human. Anyway, my point being, I understand where she's coming from. As for the pansexual part, if you don't know what pansexual is, it means you're attracted to all genders, which means you're attracted to men and women, which means you're bi.
No, actually, if you're bisexual, you can be attracted to all genders. It's that you want to have romantic relationships with all genders. That would be the difference.
Bisexual, but they made up a new word. Wake up to yourselves.
We have many
that I refuse to Google or look into. I'm just going to talk about it because it's weird and strange, and that's kind of strange, you know? I don't want to turn gay.
LGBTQIA characters in our stories, and yet we don't have enough leads and narratives in which gay characters just get to be characters.
That's great. Have gay characters, have pan characters, have fucking bi characters, lesbian characters, straight characters, not so straight characters, rooting around on their missus with the bloke down at the park characters. But why does their sexuality matter?
I was like, I feel like there's a but. I feel like a but is coming, and here it is.
In what?
But you don't ever question it when it was in the opposite direction. That's the thing you're not missing. Sorry.
White name genocide. Also cozy dicks.
Mattia Tahu, thank you for giving Cassian Eves a tier 1 subscription. I appreciate that. So, yeah, the only difference here is that these are suggested to be gay characters, and that's weird to him. To him, it's like, oh, gay guys kissing, that's gay, and that's weird. And again, it's because you don't usually see that, or you've got some internalized homophobia that you haven't really explored, things like that. But that's the difference, you know? If Disney was suggesting, hey, we're going to make a cartoon where we're going to have two gay characters and they're going to have hardcore intercourse in the cartoon, well, then I would be on the exact same side of the argument as you. I would be like, I don't think that's appropriate for a children's cartoon aimed at children to show that. If it's that there's going to be a gay character, but that's it, that they may fall in love with, like, say, another man at some point in the story, okay. Like, what, you understand there's a difference between sex and sexuality.
What part of a Disney film does what someone happen to enjoy in the bedroom have to do with anything within that program? In Pinocchio, for example.
There's entire songs in, like, multiple Disney movies about how they're falling in love or want to fall in love with another individual who happens to be, like, someone that is also heterosexual. That's a thing that's been in so many Disney movies, and sometimes it's really weird. Sometimes it's between two lions. It's just two lions singing about, can you feel the love tonight? Well, they stare into each other and all of a sudden start making sexy eyes. And you're like, this is kind of strange, and I don't know what's going on.
Did we ever find out when he was in that whale's belly if he liked cocks? No! Does it matter if Dumbo likes sucking dicks, eating pussy, or sucking pussy and eating dicks? No! Sucking pussy and eating dicks? Yeah, that works. Does that matter? None of that matters. This is the whole overarching principle that I happen to push when it comes to the trans issues, okay? I know people call me transphobic and shit. I don't care what you do as an adult. You do you, baby. But when it comes to children, let kids be kids. Fuck ya. And if you think this is...
So while we've been letting kids be kids, let's read the lyrics to Can You Feel the Love Tonight? There's a calm surrender to the rush of the day, when the heat of a rolling wind can be turned away. An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for the restless warrior just to be with you. Can you feel the love tonight? It is where we are. It's enough for the wide-eyed wanderer that we've got this far. And can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. Oh, it's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. There's a time for everyone if they only learn that the twisting kaleidoscope moves us all in turn. There's a rhyme and reason to the wild outdoors when the heart of this star-crossed voyager beats in time with yours. Can you feel the love tonight? It's where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we've got this far. Can you feel the love tonight? How it's laid to rest. It's enough for the make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. Oh, it's enough to make the kings and vagabonds believe the very best. Wow. Wow. Seems to me that that is a little bit I don't know, inappropriate for children. Like why should we be teaching kids about Can You Feel the Love Tonight and having these two lions stare deeply into each other's eyes and then they fall and collapse after rolling and tumbling around together, and then all of a sudden there's that awkward like, whew, will they, won't they? Like that's what was normal all this time. It's always been the way. You didn't think about it because you're straight. Because you're straight, you're like, oh, okay, well, this is just normal to me. But I see gay as weird. So now it's like, why are we teaching kids about sex?
Genuinely, from Disney's point of view about trans issues, you're a fucking idiot. The reason they're doing this is money. They are a massive organisation, and take it from someone who was there.
Well, see, at this point, I don't disagree with. Musty Goose, thank you for the Prime. I appreciate that. Yeah, Disney doesn't have scruples. They were donating tons of money to the politicians who actually passed the Don't Say Gay bill, the one that all the conservatives love so much. And then Disney, as a response to that, was like, oh shit, guess what? We actually deeply care about the LGBTQ+, because, the Pride is coming up in a couple months, and we got to show all y'all why we are the ultimate rainbow corporation. So, we care deeply about representation. What we're going to do is we're going to add a few gay characters here and there. Not main characters, of course. They're going to be side characters. Basically, what we want to be able to do is edit them out so that if we want to sell the movie in markets where they're not allowed to show prominent gay characters, then we can do that easily. So we'll just edit out the gay stuff and make it not so much gay stuff that we can't just edit it out later to hit another market, because again, it is about damanis.
Today at Disneyland Park in Anaheim, California, okay? Well, I don't know how much the tickets were. I think they're about almost 200 Australian dollars each for Claire and myself, and everything there is basically built around you spending more money. You want to not wait in line for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes, then you have to spend an extra $20 each. You want to get a t-shirt, that's an extra $50. You want to get a drink, a water, that's $8. Yep. Mate, it is ridiculous. And in between, every single ride is another shop and another shop. It is basically a shopping center with rides everywhere. It's like your local shopping center with that little rocket ride that people used to put.
It's not like a local shopping center.
It's a little bit like a local shopping center. It's like the local shopping center. Wait, Dixon's blowing up that I'm talking shit about Disney. It's fucked. So this whole LGBTQ plus and trans.
Yeah, I know. They're all discovering these things for the first time. Yeah, this is known as pink washing, rainbow washing. That's what you're learning about in terms of like, wow, Disney is doing this, and they're not doing it because they care. They're doing it for profit. It was like, well, that part is true. What isn't true is the fact that this is different than what Disney has been doing their entire careers. It's just this time, instead of straight people, it's showing gay people, or at least suggesting that they're going to show prominent gay characters.
Rights issue has been surrounding Disney for the last
it's
couple of
capitalism.
weeks because they were very, very angry at Florida's recent bill that was dubbed the Don't Say Gay bill. And it was dubbed this by very left-leaning politicians and people in the media. If you actually look at the bill, and you may have heard about it, you may not have, the Don't Say...
Is this like a good sign of things to come? Does this mean that in like 15 years, Republicans will finally get it, or conservatives will finally get it, or right-wingers will finally get it all? Like, are they just like 15 to 20 years behind and they're slowly catching up? Is that it?
Gay bill is basically this. They don't teach children, or you shouldn't teach children, or by law you won't be able to teach children about sexuality and what gender you can become and all that type of stuff until they're older than 3rd grade. Honestly, I think I understand why some people are worried about that, because maybe they felt they were gay or they were trans before they were in 3rd grade or year 3, or what is that, 9?
Blair White, who is basically the darling child of the right, said that she knew it at age 5. Yeah.
Years old. But once again, at the end of the day, let kids be kids. Becoming an adult, becoming a young person.
Okay, well then, if that's what you want, and you want to be consistent, and this isn't about you being homophobic, then you just want to remove all romance from Disney movies here on out. Like, every new Disney movie that comes out, there cannot be any romantic relationships between any of the characters in any way, shape, or form. Just that is eliminated 100% from existence. Because that's the only way to stay consistent on this.
You know, 10 or 12 or 13, coming into puberty is tough enough. Don't confuse people with all these things that they don't need to worry about. If they get to 18 or 16 or 15 and they want to do these things, if they want to be gay, if they want to be lesbian, if they are lesbian, if they are gay, if they are straight, if they're not, whatever, then yes, go for it. Do all the learning you want. You are normal, all right? You are normal if you're one of those things, but it is not normal to teach these things to children. You're almost...
Top Disney kisses. Let's see them. Sick! Oh, disgusting! Indoctrination!
By the way, I'd like to say I've always found you extremely attractive.
Whoa! Bestiality and disgusting. Indoctrination of children. Gross. Disgusting. That represents an erection.
Love her, comfort her, honor.
This is in church? Blasphemy. Blasphemy and perverse.
Forsaking all others, keep thee only unto her, so long.
What is this? More bestiality.
I will.
Disgusting. Bestiality.
Perdita, darling, are you all right?
I'm not alright. This is perverse.
Of course, dear.
Indoctrinating kids.
After all, dogs were having puppies long before our time.
Disgusting. Referencing intercourse to children. Disgusting. Whoa! Licking. Licking of the face. Triple X rated. Perverse. Disgusting. Sexual assault. Whoa! Disgusting. More sexual assault.
That's right, my friends. Old Ham Hands himself. Very elegant affair. Should have seen it. A lot of grandeur. And not a single bug. And let's just say...
Disgusting.
Some
this is sex.
Shed.
In church. Oh, sick. Perverse. How could they? And it just goes on and on and on and on. Oh, the Lion King, like, this is the, come on, this is basically showing porn on screen. Rolling around together. Bestiality. Like, look at this shit. What is going on? What the licking of the face? This is so triple X. Okay, come on. Are you kidding me? No clothes. Out of wedlock, rolling around in the grass, tumbling together, bestiality, licking of the face. This is disgusting. You wouldn't even see this. Like, this would be illegal in most countries. What is with that look? What is with this look? What is going on? I can't show it. I'm tired. This is absolutely depraved. Depraved. Yeah. How? Ugh. All right, I'm on board. Let's take Disney down. They're perverse. They're indoctrinating kids. It's all true. It's all true, you know. All of it. Every piece. Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form. Available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free. Just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Just, we are prepared to embark on a mighty jihad in your name. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are but your humble jester, attempting in vain to get you to laugh. To our valiant knights of the Round Table, Benji Arnie, Tech Tink, Scary Earth Human, Tony, DM Rivera, Resident Scarecrow, Sir Nickus, Mayred, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruby Kelly, Brandon, Words Greenwood, It doesn't matter what I believe. It only matters what I can prove. Egbert Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariane McCarthy, Daniel Sutton, Coulter Smith, Jenna Tao, Quiet 185, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, The Tim Caucus, Multimondi, Trevbot, EXE, Brian Ephraim, Lemmy 101, Anthropophojak, Saren 42, Catherine, Ramon Acosta, Incosin, Agent NDN, Violent Orchard, Political Puppy, La Media Panza, Zach Christensen, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. We raise our mugs and salute our brave heroes off to another glorious conquest.